I'm gonna wait till something tunes in to get started on this story time. No, it's kind of late. I mean, quite frankly, I gotta go to bed soon, so. I'm gonna wait like a minute and 30 and then I'm gonna start. So, if y'all watching this afterwards, starting a minute 30. I'm out here listening to Mickey Fox, y'all. I'm sure everybody's asleep. I couldn't help. I really wanted to do this video. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't. Alright. So, I was on the bus, right? And I was listening to this girl. I don't know what's her age. Don't know her life. But what I did hear was part of it because she was loud enough for the whole entire bus to hear because she was very passionate about her boyfriend or something. I think, what was it? What was his name? We're gonna call him Jay because I don't remember his name. And she's like, oh, well, you are, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you just, approach it like this? All you had to do is talk to me like such and such. She's going about 15 to 30 minutes on this guy, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's going what we call ham, okay? She is absolutely upset to the point of no return. The girl is livid, okay? And then when she gets off of, not only that, okay, before the phone call end, she's like, oh, well, I'll talk to you when I feel like it, at the end of everything. But the girl has went berserk, okay? And then at the end, she's like, I don't understand why he's doing this. I think she was like telling her friend this. I don't understand why he's doing this. After everything that, I guess they've been through, or, they were together, and he's still being the guy from the beginning. And my whole thing is, no. Why are you complaining, sis? I was gonna put sis at the end because of the location, but I might put it later. Why are you complaining? Because you love him? Because you want him to get it right? But that's your problem, not his. I don't care what he says to you. That is your problem, not his. You want him to love you, accept you, follow what you say, blah, 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 blah. But you're complaining like a family member to him. How often do we listen to family members who are complaining about, are you gonna be right? Why aren't you listening? You know, without an explanation. Like, it's not something that they embedded in you from the beginning. It is something that they want you to do now out of nowhere. Who is listening to that person? Anybody that tried to raise me in a certain strict way knows for a fact I'm a defiant person, because reverse psychology works on me. But I know what reverse psychology is, so maybe not today, but catch me about 8 years ago. Yes. Yes. Okay. My background came from folk who wanted me to do what they weren't doing, and they had no good explanation as to why they wanted me to do it. So guess who I was listening to? Myself. I do what I like. I do at the age of, I don't know, I was young. I was always like this. I listened to who I could respect because they showed me they could be respectable. And it's always been the person who was able to be the breadwinner of the house. That's the breadwinner, the person who was kind to me, bought me things, asked me what I liked, and got it for me. That is the person who I respected, and I respect to this day because of the role they played in my life. Now just thinking about it, that has always been the person I've respected, naturally. I did not respect the people who asked to borrow their last from me. I mean, my last, I'm sorry. I did not respect those people. I did not, listen to them. They did not get the respect from me. I felt bad. I pitied them, but I did not respect them. Oof. Little Elena Supreme, man. Oh my goodness. Yes, this has been what it was from the beginning and will always be. Okay. So, getting back to why are you complaining? Okay. The way that conversation should have went from the very beginning, because I have a red flag once policy. If you obviously see and guess who cares, because they have options to see other things. So when she had to be young, because when I was young, I was just as passionate, fired up. Well, I'm still young, I'm sorry. When I was younger, I was just as passionate, fired up, confused in my feelings, and hurt all the time, all of it. I'm thinking about continuing this conversation on Facebook because I feel like that audience there would be more direct. Since I made that last video, a lot of people that's older than me came through to this channel, so that's something new to, talk about. But in all, the things that a high schooler is dealing with is the same things that a 30-year-old could be dealing with. Only reason why I know is I have sisters. and they tell me, and I'm like, wow. So it doesn't end. So because it doesn't end, why are you complaining? Your mantras should be drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Tell it that it's not. Because it's not. As if someone is trying to pursue you, that means that you have all the authority, right? You make the policy of this relationship because they're coming for what you have. In insurance, we call this person the policy owner. Sorry, I'm studying. We call this person the policy owner. The policy owner has the right to make this, this, well, we're gonna call you the superintendent. The superintendent has the right to decline, fine your offers, okay? Like, throw you away, bring you back, tell you this is what you have to do to continue this. You know what? You are the all in all in this situation because that person is trying to pursue you, and if they really want you, they will do what is necessary to make you happy. They will strive and do their hardest in order to make you happy. Only reason why I know is because I've been on both sides of the spectrum. One side of the spectrum, the person was absolutely positively in love. They wanted to make me happy. They wanted to have that smile on their face, because all in all, when, like they say, when the woman's happy, everyone's happy. No one is sad, no one is upset. But then I've been on the other spectrum where that person or a person wasn't necessarily looking to take care, or not even just to make me happy, okay? And that person just doesn't care about you. They don't care about how you feel. They don't care about what you think. They don't care about anything. And it is not your job to sit here and make them. You meet people where they are, accept them at their current state, and either accept or decline. When you go into a grocery store, I like to pick my fruit, okay? When you go into a grocery store, you do not pick up, mango is my favorite fruit. You do not pick up a mango and say, well, it has the potential to not be rotten. If I just cut the edges off, it's gonna be okay. When there's a perfectly round mango that is ripe and, sweet enough to the teeth, the nectar is perfect, it has been sun-kissed and beautifully designed. All the enzymes are working and percolating your cellular genealogy, waiting for you. What are you gonna go for? You're gonna go for the one that's like, it's not there yet? Or, it's a little bit overripe. It's a little overdone. It's a little, Or you're gonna go for the one that's next to it that's ready for you. That's how you have to treat everything in your life. Why are you complaining? There is no reason to complain. If anything, you complain to yourself. Why am I letting this happen? Because you're complaining about it to them. I don't know if it might just be a masculine thing, right? If I'm remembering my facts correctly. Like action. They like action. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna just let me step over you? Or are you gonna bounce and then be like, whoa, I wasn't ready for that. Wait, let me fix it. Because if they want you, They're gonna fix it. They're gonna make sure that they got all their ducks in a row ready for you. And when they come back, this is what I expect. You think you can do that? Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm gonna meet you at where you're at, not what you say you gonna do. You can say you gonna buy me a property in Mars, but if we got the same job at retail and you're not investing in any stocks with that money because you can't afford it, because let's say you from New York City, that that rent. What? When you gonna do that? Don't tell me what you can't do right now. If you can't do it for me right now, I'm not cutting around the fruit just because the other side is ripe. I'm taking the one that's right now. That has to be your attitude, whether it be a job, friends, whatever you tune your energy into. You're not gonna listen to a song because part of it makes you happy and you really hate it, not by choice. Why would you do that to yourself? Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. That girl gave me Vietnam flashbacks. She really had me really thinking about things all over again. I could not help but talk about it because too many of us complain all the time. You know, whether we be... I'm just gonna talk about women just because that's who the video was inspired about. Women, you know? And I think that it's sad. It's sad that this is a thing. Like, you know, there's a lot of education that's not taught. When you start learning about... maybe I connect everything all together, so that's my type of thing. I like to connect it all. But when you start learning about business, right? Most businesses have a policy that's you take it all or you leave it. You take the whole thing or you leave it. And the reason why that place flourishes is because the people who signed up to take it all, they enjoy the benefits. They, are happy with what they chose. They're not complaining about it because that is what they chose, what they're happy to invest in. That's really what it is, honestly. And I wish that this was taught from the beginning of time and people do not have to find out about it later. It's not good. It is not good at all. Not good. Furthermore, not only to mention, whether he says that he loves you or not, and you're complaining, the to that person or not. It's just, you're wasting your energy, because it's true. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It depends on what will be done in the event of such and such. That's what people care about. They don't care that you feel this way, because that feeling can change. You can or you may not accept the next thing, or accept them where they're at or not. It's really what it is. It's really this whole thing is really universal. It's not when you learn the pattern that you need to learn about, I guess, business or anything that's flourishing, that is the pattern you want to keep in your life in order to have that successful feeling in every aspect of your life. Take it or leave it. So that's just what I wanted to say. I didn't want to stay up here for long. Again, back to a comment on my previous video. What works for one woman doesn't work for all. Granted. But these are all choices. These are all decisions that you decided to accept. It depends on how far you want to take your standards. What's your policies? What's your policies, What is it? Because if you have a low standard, or if you have I can bear with this bare minimum for a while, and that's all that you're gonna go for, and that's what satisfies you, sure. But if it's not, and you want more in life, what exactly are you going to let be the entity in your life? That's really important. I was talking to my grandma earlier, and she was explaining to me about, her first love. And listen, numbers don't lie. Old folks who, want you to learn from them do not lie. That care about you really do not lie. So I will not be participating in complaining about anybody that I don't see fit for my policy. I don't see you fit for my policy. That's okay. I'm going to meet you where you're at. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. That's it. There's no reason. I don't care how I might feel temporarily. I'm going to meet you where you're at. That's it. I don't care. I don't care. I care too much to sit here and settle with the bare minimum because, whatever, cute little things that's not gonna matter in the long run. It's what it is. It's what it's gonna be. It's what it always gonna be. That's it. So yeah, if you sitting here complaining about somebody, check yourself. What are you doing about it? If you are not solution-minded, make yourself solution-minded for the betterment of your life. I don't like my job. Oh my God, it doesn't pay enough. What are you doing about it? Are you looking for another job? Are you looking for a better job? What's that better job require? Oh, you need to go to school? Oh, you need a certificate? Are you gonna go, or are you just gonna talk about how you want a better job? Oh, I love him, but he just doesn't understand what, how to treat me. But he says he loves me, but he knows that that doesn't make me happy. So what are you gonna do about it? Because somebody can love you, treat you right, and everything, and be making you happy. Or the ripe fruit is there waiting for you. Are you gonna get it? Are you? Are you afraid of, if I put this partially ripe fruit down, can I really find another fruit that's fully ripe and ready for me? You ask of the universe and you shall receive, okay? Listen, I've done it once. I was studying natal charts and I said, I want to meet someone with a Taurus and their ascendant. And lo and behold, after a conversation, I was like, when's your birthday? This is exactly what I asked for. A little too correct that it's creepy. Wasn't specific. Actually, no, it was specific. I wanted them to have a romantic interest in me. Not that it was mutual. I was just seeing what I could get, right? Throwing it out there. And, well, he liked me and he liked a friend of mine. And I was like, pineapples. But I was just seeing what was possible. And there was no reason for him to like me. I was not entertaining him. I mean, he didn't know, but I knew. And, but it just goes to show, like, you can get that right fruit. I have a video called the time where I got something unannounced of mine, but we're not even gonna go back to those days because it's a new day. It's a new day. Okay. I'm grateful, and I make it simple to the point. Thank you. I visualize it and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Okay? Yes. No, there's no reason why you should be complaining about anything. Not to mention, we're not even going to talk about life is too short. I am young. You are correct, Mary. Yep. That's why I shouldn't be complaining. Especially if I was older. If I'm complaining when I'm older, child. No. I should have, especially, all my ducks in a row. So guess what? I am painting that picture right now. Because this is the education that I didn't get. I didn't. No, I didn't know what a standard was from nothing. And there are women who are 10 years old and older that do not know this at all. At all. So, age is nothing but a number. Is, what Leah said. She was right. Listen, there are men who are half a century and above that do not know how to treat a woman from a can of paint. Do not at all. Treating them like they're 18 years old and they still didn't realize, Exactly. They don't understand. They don't. So it's sad, but it is what it is. And whether it be that person is, 18 or 38, okay? When I was 15 years old, this 30-year-old woman told me 30 is the new 15. Age is not a factor unless it's about your life insurance. It's not a factor, okay? It is not a factor. It's not. When it comes to this whole relationship, what you're standing for, it is not a real factor. It's not. The skills that you can acquire have nothing to do with age. Nothing at all. Because there are women who are 50 years old with the man of their first loved, and they are sick and tired of him. Okay? They are absolutely sick and tired of him. They don't want anything to do with the guy. Really? I mean, if they could find something else and kind of get that time back with somebody else, they would. The only reason why I know it is because I've seen it. I seen it on both sides of the spectrum. I analyzed it, took my notes, compared it to other notes, and said, no, I don't want this. This is not okay. Why is this happening? What is the common factor? Oh, you're complaining and you're not doing anything about it. Are you going to just sit here and complain because you love him? Does he love you? Because I can't see love. Love is something that needs to be shown. If that did not come out of me, you're not. I need to be shown how you love me. That's the only way I know you're gonna care for me in this life. If you can't show me, because love is conditional. Because if one of us cheats, somebody's gonna be upset. Love is conditional. I need to see if you meet the conditions of my policy, aka my standards, things will work smoothly, greatly. Everyone is happy. We will have a successful relationship because you meet my conditional statements. Okay? And they're not hard, but they are. I mean, it's hard if that's not a goal that you have by yourself, because I'm not going to tell you what to do with yourself. I'm going to love you where you're at, and if you're not where I'm looking for, I'm sorry. Have a nice day. I hope you get where you're looking for, but that's not over here. Because somebody's going to be mad, and that will not be me complaining about, oh, I fell in love with him, and he just started not listening to me. No, we're not gonna sit here and argue. I hate arguing. What? My brother told me, listen, if you can't talk to me like a regular person, I'm not talking to you. That's my whole ideal to this day. If you can't talk to me like how I'm talking to you, you gotta yell, raise your voice, I'm walking away from you. There's no why are you talking like that? That is not how I communicate. It's not. There's no reason to talk to me like an animal. I understand English just as well as you do. I understand yes, no, stop, and go. What is the problem? I'm not going to sit there yelling up on the phone with you all night. Because these are things, when you're young and you have no idea what anything is, you're going to go through it. You're going to go through that high school love. Oh, what do you mean? Blah, 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 blah. How dare you? Blah. You're going to go ham on it, on your feelings about how you feel so passionately. And at the end of the day, what is he going to do? Because you're not going to do anything about it but cry and then get upset and then crawl back in his arms. the same thing. Oh, you're not gonna buy the kid stuff, but you're gonna tell me what I can and cannot do. And he's living where? In your house, under your roof? Are you gonna kick him out, or is he gonna stay? Is either you're gonna do something about what you're upset about, or you're not. That's it. It's just a great tip to keep in mind. It really is. You do not accept what you don't want. So yeah, I'm going to end on that note. I think I might transfer this message onto my Facebook, because I have a lot of people my age on my Facebook. And somebody gotta tell, middle schoolers or no, not even middle schoolers. I mean, kids nowadays, we start early. Okay, they need this advice. They need to know how to feel high valued. It's the information age. There's no reason to hide anything from them. They will learn how to play trampoline before they learn how to have standards for themselves. And that is the society that the hood lives in. And I'm from the hood. And you know what? Even though we learned it the other way around, we will act like we never did, and we will continuously learn how to be high valued, because I'm not going to complain anymore. So with that being said, everyone have a magical night. Always remember that word is bond, gratitude is real. One love. Peace.